So ngayon, ang presidente mo nasa New York, tumutulo ang sipon. This is actually what you call in their circle, drip. Epekto yan ng pagsingot mo. So ang pangit ang optics mo ngayon, tumutulo yung sipon mo sa New York. Hindi ito sipon ng nanibagong weather, ito ang sipon ng batak. I really think na itong bakasyon niya, itong pag-alis niyang papuntang New York, it's planned, but at the same time, he really wants to leave. Kasi alam mo, no, if your country in a state of, I don't know, no, pending economic collapse, I don't think you will leave. Diba? Even though that it's scheduled, magsastay ka kasi you would like to actually be hands-on. Kasi ito yung panahon na kailangan ng presidente. Kung kayo ba dalawa, part ng optics ni BBM, hindi nyo ba isasuggest, Mr. President, mas maganda po sa optics na sabihin niyo sa mga Pilipino na kinancel nyo ang inyong New York trip para maging hands-on kayo. Alam naman natin hindi ka nagtatrabaho, pero just for the show of it, kahit just for the show of it, hindi na nila ginawa. Kasi anong magagawa mo sa UN? Nasa Pilipinas ang problema. Wala namang magagawa yung UN sa problema ng Pilipinas eh. They will never be able to help you at all. Ito makakakampi, no? Kung gusto nyo kay Bongbong. Ano na nga yun kayo eh, BFF na kayo ninyo ito gagamitin eh. Nung panahon ni Pinoy, nung nangyari in Libya, nagpadala siya ng Navy ship para palikasin mga Pilipino. Hindi ba? So, again, it's 2026. Travel air is not the only mode of travel in the world. There is land or pwede kang makibakas. Kaibigan mo yung Singapore, oh. Pwede kang makibakas sa Singapore. Kung gusto, maraming paraan. Kung tinatamad, maraming dahilan. That is as simple as that, no? Sinara yung airspace, pero hindi naman sinala yung land. Hindi naman sinala yung sea. Ang pinagtataka ko dito, no, bakit yun na ang kanilang agarang sinabi na nakasara ang airspace, wala tayong magagawa. Kasi I know for a fact that the DFA has already evacuation plans. Even though na walang mangyayari, they have evacuation plans. I really think that the people inside the palace don't know who to talk to. Kasi may tinanong ako niyan before eh, nung nag-umpisa yung Israel-Palestine conflict noong 2023. Sabi ko, may tinanong ako sa DF, hindi ko naman sabihin kung sino. Kapatid, may evacuation plan na ba kayo? Ganyan. Sabi niya, meron na, matagal na. Ano naman yan? Ready na yan anytime to be implemented. Hindi naman sila gumagawa ng evacuation plan when the conflict happens. It's already there. That's part of government work. And DFA has that. So, hello, DFA. Ewan ko kung bakit hindi ko kinonsulta. Meron yan, they know how to evacuate Filipinos in every corner of the world. That's part of the plan. Because part of the foreign policy, one of the pillars of the foreign policy of the Philippines is actually the welfare of overseas Filipino workers. It's one of the pillars, like level niya ang territorial integrity and economic security. So, meron yan sila. If I have an alliance with the United States, isa sa sasabihin ko sa United States, oy, marami kaming mga tao dyan ha. We have like 1 million Filipinos in the Middle East. Kung maggera kayo dyan, tell us in advance so that we would already be able to have evacuation plans in place. But the problem is the United States do not care. They do not care about the people, the citizens of their alliance countries. They don't care about what's going to happen. They only care about themselves. That's why the alliance have no benefit at all. Kasi nga, hello AFP, hindi kayo tinimbrihan. Ibig sabihin, hindi align yung foreign policy ninyo. Kasi align ang interest ninyo. Ang interest natin sa foreign affairs. Katumbas yan ng territorial integrity, economic integrity is the welfare of overseas Filipino workers. So dapat nasa isip mo yan. Dapat sabihin mo yan sa US na, ay, paano yung mga tao namin? Alam mo naman, ang Amerika, no, ang hiling magbubomba. Hindi ba? So dapat you would hold them accountable. So yung sinasabi ni Marlon, tama yan, na kailangan may cluster meeting ka na kagad. Actually, hindi nga dapat on the day na nangyari. You already know that there is something going on in the Middle East and that at any time, it will actually lead to this moment.
Dapat part din yan ng confidential fund mo. Dapat sa intelligence gathering, part din yan, di ba?
Why are you not thinking about this? Hindi ba siya pwedeng, kaya nga siya interlocking siya eh. You cannot pursue each other independently, it's interlocking. Kaya kita mo dito sa China, away-away nila in China. Isa sa mga foreign policy pillars natin, welfare of OFWs. Kung mag-awayan kayo, may OFWs ka sa Hong Kong. and mainland China. O ano mangyayari? I met Dr. Edsel kasi naging part ako ng National Security Council, yung expert group MME. Nandun si Dr. Edsel. Pagkarating ko, sabi ni Dr. Edsel sa akin, kasi naging seatmate ko siya sa isa sa mga session. Uy, Nas, kamping ka ko. Sabi niya ganyan, okay, hindi ka kamping ka. Tapos sinabi niya na, alam mo, si PRRD. Siya mismo nagkalat ng information. Nung pandemic, the science team na kasama si Edsel naman, told him, huwag mong pauwiin yung mga Pilipino dahil baka that's a risk, that's a health risk. Maloloka ka. At sabi niya, pero si PRRD, isa lang sinabi niya. He decided, sabi niya, very decisive. Sabi niya na, hindi ko po pwedeng pabayaan ng mga Pilipino. Nakalimutan ko exact words yung sinabi ni Edsel, pero something about na hindi raw maatim ni PRRD na pabayaan ang mga Pilipino sa ibang bansa. And parang ang tenor nun is, kung ito na huling araw natin sa buong mundo, no? Might as well spend it with your family. Parang gano'n. So gina-PRRD ng paraan para ma-repatriate ang mga gustong umuwi sa Pilipinas. Kaya nagkautang-utang ang mga Pilipino, ang Pilipinas, di ba ang laki ng utang ng mga Pilipinas nung COVID? That is one part of it because the OFWs wanted to go home and OFWs can attest to this. They were housed in hotels. Yung mga magagarang hotel, kain provided by PRRD. Kaya ask everyone ng mga OFWs umuwi. You can look at the decisiveness. At ano lang yung nag-udyok kay PRRD to overrule science. Concern niya sa mga Pilipino. Pag tinabihan ka ng military mo, nakasarado pong airspace. Wala akong pakialam kung di ba kung ikaw si PRRD yan, wala akong pakialam kung nakasarado ang airspace. Gamitin niyo yung dagat, lupa, I don't know, mag-quantum teleportation kayo, do something. As simple as that. Diba? Yeah. Si Claire Castro ang walang alam. Ito na makakampig. Hindi gamitin itong example na to kasi pro Bongbong Marcos kayo. Pinoy sent Navy ship to evacuate Filipinos in Libya. Ibig sabihin, if you cannot travel by land, they already know how to do it. Travel by sea. It is as simple as syempre, Navy assets can only be deployed by whom? The President!
When you don't have Marcos acting as a president, that's the missing piece in all
actually,
this.
ito yun ito yun walang malasakit, walang alam, hindi marunong magpaka-presidente at tamad. Di ba?
Kaya tama di ba sinabi niya ni Inday na meron tayong presidente hindi marunong maging presidente.
Sas, this is the 11th day of the war without any sign na matatapos ito. And until now, we haven't seen the National Security Council being convened, an emergency cluster, no, na pag-usapan ito at lahat ng mga ganyan. Sabi mo nga, no, there should have been a plan in place because it happened already 8 months ago during the 12-day war last year. Pero hanggang ngayon, hindi natin nakikita na naghanda yung gobyerno. And until now, bakit kaya SAS, hindi pa na-convene yung National Security Council? Wala man lang emergency cluster. At one point, noon, sa PRRD's time, I think it was Roy Simato who was special envoy to the Middle East, no? Doon sa crisis, doon sa ngayon, parang wala talaga
Ang daming paraan Ang daming paraan. Of course, you know that wala kang asset. But the thing is, marami kang allies. You have friends in the international community. You have puta, you have your member of ASEAN. You can talk to ASEAN, oy mga pre, baka pwede tayong mag-carpool. It's just simple as that. You know, if you know how to be president, you already know what are your assets directly linked to your country and indirect assets which are actually your friends in the international community have. If you know that, you will know how to actually manipulate deployment of this. Pwede ang dali-daling sabihin ng DFA, oy, DFA Secretary, tawagan mo yung ASEAN. Dahil wala tayong masyado sa mo, baka pwedeng makibakas. Anong pwede nilang gawin? Ilang tao ang pwedeng ibakas nila sa kanilang, magkano kung babayad, let's pay them.
Alam mo, Sas, yung mga ordinaryong OFW, di ba yung mga pasapasalubong, may tinatawag na pasabay? Dapat ganun din application ang gawin.
It
Wala
leads
nga
us
leadership. There is no foresight. There's no leadership. Ngayon sinabi, bakit hindi tinawag ang National Security Council? That's another faux pas. There is a crisis. You should convene the National Security Council already. You should already assign a crisis manager na siya ang magiging focal person ng lahat ng ito. Di ba? Like nung panahon ng pandemic, sinong inassign? Di ba? Ang isa sa mga ina-assign nun si Vince Dizon o Vince Dizon. Kaya siguro pumunta ng New York. Baka mangungutang sa New York.
nadagdagan na naman yung trillion na utang na natin.
This is exactly what happened to his father. Dahil sa sobrang nakawan, ang ginagawa na lang nila, umutang in order to have something to prop up the government. Kita mo, ang daming utang. Saan na pupunta? Wala naman papatayo yung mga big ticket infra except Kamuning Bridge. Charot.
Kinailangan ng presensya ng Pangulo sa Kamuning Bridge, no?
Alam mo, ang pinag-uusapan natin dito sa spam and Kuyang EB, no? OFW pa lang. And yan, yung remittance. Wala pa rito yung presyo ng krudo, langis, at gasolina.
Ang kasunod niyan, Marlon, yung food security natin, ha?
Exactly.
Wala
Tama.
din tayong narinig tungkol dyan.
Yeah. So ngayon, ang presidente mo nasa New York, tumutulo ang sipon. So, I'm not an innocent person about these things, no? Hindi ganyan ang tulo ng totoong sipon. It's not
Clear kasi
a
naman.
natural sipon. This is actually what you call, in their circle, drip. Okay? Nagdi-drip ka na. Because, epekto yan ng pagsingot mo. Pag sumisingot ka, talagang sisipunin ka because it's natural reaction of the nose. It actually gonna expel whatever you are snorting and you cannot do anything about it. Kita mo, yung totoong sipon, you can actually stop it, no? From falling down.
Yeah, kasi you can feel it coming out na. Kaya pwede mo ma-stop. Eto, hindi. You
Yes.
cannot feel it na lumalabas.
Hindi, you cannot stop it. Ano ka na diyan eh? Sensitized ka na diyan eh. You don't know what's going on inside your nose anymore.
Tama.
So,
Tama.
so tumutulo na lang siya. Kita mo, di ba, ang tagal bago niya punasan, naloka na lang siya. Pak. So, ang pangit ng optics mo ngayon. Tumutulo yung sipon mo sa New York.
Alam mo, ang gagawin lang naman na excuse dyan, Sas, is nanibago sa weather. Kasi dito sa Pilipinas, Sas, nag-turn off na ng AC ang ating nature. Baka ang sasabihin lang, and I think yun ang sasabihin, nanibago siya sa weather doon. Oh, you have to remember, Sas, bumaba ng eroplano, naka-trench coat, di ba?
Nagilan ako sa nanibagong weather. Hindi ganyan ang sipon ng nanibagong weather. Parang tayo bumabiyahe, hindi natin alam ang mga nanibagong weather na sipon. Hindi ito sipon ng nanibagong weather, ito ang sipon ng batak.
So, ibig mong sabihin, kakababa lang, nag-session na, or while on air, nag-session.
Or bago sumalang, Pam.
Well,
Bago
well,
sumalang.
Bago sumalang, well, we're very New York. So, might
Very
as
New
well.
York. Very New York.